This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Now on Sunrise, oh yes, we are starting with a very rainy start to the morning. Photographer Eric Patterson out and about in Drive 8 for us this morning. He is on 205 just north of Vancouver with the windshield wipers flapping. Lots of standing water out there, guys, on freeways and streets. Please be really careful as you head out this morning. If you thought yesterday was bad, it's worse today. But look at these problems. This is North Portland on Interstate Avenue at Russell Street. Heavy rain has flooded the road right near the Max tracks. Our viewer Jewel, who sent us this video, says several cars stalled trying to drive through it. Multnomah County deputies even say water on the road in other spots had them responding to 7 crashes in just 2 hours overnight.
Deputies also reported multiple rock slides in the gorge. Would you look at this? They tweeted out this photo by the East Columbia River Highway. That's between Larch Mountain Road and Multnomah Falls. And then in Washington County, a tree wound up through the windshield of a car near North Plains. This is on Northwest Mountaindale Road. The driver fortunately escaped with just some minor injuries.
After all that, Brenda Braxton, do I still have clearance to say happy Friday?
Absolutely. We need it, right?
Happy Friday on Sunrise this morning. Nina, should we get back to talking about the rain now?
Yes, please.
Check out the radar. Yeah. Look at those bright yellows and reds right now. Yamhill County bearing the brunt right now of the heaviest rain. McMinnville, you're getting a soaking. We have picked up 1.79 inches of rain at PDX in the last 24 hours, about 1.87 for the event so far, and we're likely to tack on another half an inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch today. Here's a look at the radar over the last 6 hours. You can just see waves of green and at times yellow and red. The yellow and red indicating moderate to at times heavy rain falling in these bands that have been continuous here across Northwest Oregon. Flood watch still in effect, although river levels are generally in pretty good shape. That's good news. It's mild out there. It's 62 last check at PDX. The temperatures aren't going very far today, nor is the rain. That rain will be with us probably most of the day. I think it might start to taper off as we get into the afternoon commute. More on that and your weekend forecast in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, stay close. Thank you, Chris. Also want to let you know this morning that an Oregon State trooper is in the hospital after a fleeing suspect rammed the trooper's car. This happened around 3:30 yesterday on Highway 30 west of St. Helens. We've learned the trooper is in critical condition. We're working to find out more about the incident, including what the suspect was wanted for. We'll certainly keep you updated.
Another one of our top stories this hour comes from Newburgh, where a large crowd stood outside the school district headquarters yesterday to show support for the superintendent.
Yeah, earlier this week, the board voted to fire Dr. Joe Morlock without cause. Devin Haskins is in the newsroom for us this morning. And Devin, this is the first public comments that he's made since he was fired.
Yeah, Nina, good morning. Dr. Morlock stepped outside the district headquarters to thank the crowd. His appearance seemed to be unplanned and his remarks off the cuff. Morlock's comments came towards the end of a pro-Morlock rally outside district headquarters on Thursday. The gathering of hundreds was organized by a local veteran. The rally was as much about supporting the superintendent as it was about condemning new district policies. The 4 board members who voted to terminate the superintendent are the same 4 who've been working to ban Black Lives Matter and pride symbols on school grounds. And due to legal concerns, that policy was later amended to include images relating to political, quasi-political, or controversial topics. Morlock's message to the crowd on Thursday: don't give up on the schools.
I really hope that you continue to support the schools and every single day, and don't let the messages get you down. You truly are the light, and shining light is how you erase the darkness. Okay? That's how you do this. And today you have.
KGW News has reached out to the 4 board members who voted against Morlock to hear their side. So far, they've not responded to our repeated requests for comments. Brenda, Morlock's last day is the 19th of November.
Devin, thank you. Well, a state is fining a school district in eastern Oregon thousands of dollars for not following Oregon's mask mandate. The town of Adrian is in Malheur County, right along the Oregon-Idaho border. The district has 2 buildings, K-8 and high school, with about 300 students. OSHA investigated after anonymous complaints about students not wearing masks. 2 of the violations are classified as serious, with a fine of $420 each. Another came with a penalty of $100. The most expensive is a willful violation with a $10,500 fine. If you add all
I think the bottom line, though, when you look at the willful violation and you look at the overall penalty, it certainly is the largest penalty we've issued over COVID requirements to a school district.
Adrian, school officials are appealing those fines, and according to the Malheur Enterprise newspaper, OSHA is investigating 6 other districts for possible mask violations.
A full-time walk-in vaccine clinic is now up and running in Washington County. So this is what it looked like yesterday at that clinic. It's in Beaverton. It's right near the Nike campus by the intersection of Murray Boulevard and Jenkins Road. Now, this clinic offers vaccines for the entire family. That includes booster shots and child-sized doses of the Pfizer vaccine. That line yesterday was long, like really long. In fact, some people waited hours to get their shot yesterday. So we have that operation up and running in Beaverton, but if you're looking for a place to get a COVID shot that's closer to where you live, you can text the word vaccine to that phone number on the screen, 503-226-5088, and we'll text you back with a link to a running list of local spots where you can book an appointment.
A big update this morning surrounding Boeing and the crash of one of its planes in Ethiopia in 2019. For the first time, the company is taking responsibility. In a court filing earlier this week, Boeing admitted software on its 737 MAX caused the crash and said the aircraft was in a, quote, unsafe condition to fly. All 157 people on board died when the pilots couldn't control the plane after takeoff.
These lawsuits will continue, but we no longer have to prove that Boeing is at fault. They've admitted fault. Now the cases are just about the damages. How much is Boeing going to pay? What does justice look like for each individual victim family?
That attorney said he hopes Boeing will now settle all of the lawsuits and not force victims' families to go to trial. That crash in Ethiopia was the second in the span of 6 months. Another MAX plane went down in Indonesia in October 2018, killing all 189 people on board. Boeing has since fixed the software problem, and the planes were recertified to start flying earlier this year.
Okay, you guys, look at this. Rescuers had to save a woman yesterday afternoon in Staten after she almost drowned in the Santiam River. She was stuck in the current, just clinging to brush in the water. Rescuers say she'd been living in a camp near the river and got caught by rising water. She was taken to the hospital. It is a wet Friday. I know we talked about puddles on the roads yesterday, Chris, but right now there's just a layer of water over everything.
Lakes.
Makes it so easy to hydroplane.
There are streams and lakes on the road, and they're not in, maybe the places where you typically see them. I mean, coming in on I-5 this morning, right through the Rose Quarter and then under the Morrison Bridge area and then up to the Markham Bridge, there are just streams running down the side of the road. Not to say that that's the exact cause of this, but we do have a crash on the freeway right now. I-5 northbound, Capitol Highway, just north of there. You can see a car over on the shoulder and a couple of cars there in the left lane. So we'll keep our eyes on this. But obviously, water on the road's a big deal. There's a flood watch in effect for all of Western Oregon and Washington through early tomorrow morning. And we do have a couple of rivers that are starting to rise here. Grays River up in Wahkiakum County, Wilson River in Tillamook County. Standard stuff. So far, the rivers are in pretty good shape, but we are going to get more rain today. Speaking of rain, we got sideways rain right now in Newport. Check this out. This is the live look from Yaquina Bay. The rain being blown around by sustained south winds at 21 miles an hour. It's 57 in Newport. It's 62 here in PDX, 60 in Hillsborough, and those temperatures are not likely to go very far today. Here's a look at the live radar scan. Yamhill County is especially getting soaked right now. Those red little pockets in there probably showing rainfall rates up near an inch an hour right now. Not to say that it'll rain that hard for a whole hour, but certainly the intensity could be at that level here from time to time as these bands of rain continue to sweep on through. A wet, very wet day today. Again, I think we pick up probably another 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of rain today here in Portland on top of what we've already had. And then the rain ends and we get a foggy start and maybe a little sunshine on Saturday with a high near 60. Shower chance creeps in late Saturday night, Sunday. Another round of rain Monday, guys, and then I think we get a couple days, consecutive days, to dry out later next week.
All right, as Chris takes a look ahead at the next 7 days, we're going to take a step back for a moment on Sunrise. When we come back from this quick break, this is a look back at one of the many local celebrations that were held yesterday in honor of Veterans Day. This one was in Albany. We're going to check out the reverse parade that took place there. But first, our Verify team is tackling this question for us this morning. Could climate change have an effect on the country's beer supply? Talking beer. I call this a timely piece of investigative reporting to help start our weekend, and we have it for you right after this quick break.
All right, we want to check out the roads this morning, you guys. If you have to drive, please go slow because a lot of times you just cannot see that ponding on the dark freeways. This is a look at I-5 at Capitol Highway there in southwest Portland. Some kind of accident, lots of cars, possibly hydroplaning, losing control this morning. If you thought yesterday's drive was bad, this is even worse, I'm telling you. So we are watching this crash and some emergency vehicles there at Capitol Highway. We'll be right back.